Sixers, good crowd on hand. Feels like it's coming down between
Blackwell.
Let's keep an eye on Bam out of tonight, but he's in there. Gets up his James Harden assignment. Harden did. Another chance here for Miami. At the controls, he is 29th in pace shooting Tuesday against Embiid. Butler took a chance.
Did not pay off.
Wow, look at transition. Is Adebayo on a rim run. Adebayo with the rebound. On the deflection, and Butler scored.
Himself, shot faked, got on back.
Harris in the pass out to Melton. He lets it fly. Adebayo and Embiid. Ooh, a quick little late in that Toronto series. Again, he's active early. Harris. Ooh.
Didn't look like he got low early in a game in a long time. He's at 12 points a game because
for 8 against Boston Tuesday.
And this season, that accounts for examples when the medical things that they cite as to why Embiid
and leading a very young
line for the Sixers. You saw Jalen McDaniels. Max Strus for 3, rattles this year. So the former Six.
Yeah, and this is just a big time.
The #1 free throw shooting.
6 is Embiid shot.
And here is Milton. Inside,
Adebayo with a mismatch.
A chance going into the playoff. Jimmy Butler goes right.
Vulnerable in transition.
Oh, what a news day against Boston.
Late. If they shoot the ball.
Now in transition, Butler.
League and fast break points coming in.
Good stuff, those guys back. Championship game.
And we were doing it from Karan with his.
Nice.
The Heat had obviously the entire end flight back to meet up with the team in Detroit. Both so busy, they got to reminisce and hang out.
Huskies are champions again. League pass now just $14.99. Coming off the bench here in the last few games.
The Heat back in that zone again.
That's how good he has been.
More than anybody in the league. And
Miami, Eric Spoelstra
working with him in 19.
As the Miami head coach, he has extended the lead to 10. The 2 seed, the 6 seed is 1.
Then Miami. Philly would have to, with Philly in Brooklyn, they'll literally
41-28, up third
down there with Embiid, which is a lot of
lead changes, and then Miami
27th. But if they
in house with McDaniels, Paul Reed, a couple of threes already, including one of the turn starter this season, potentially a play-in this year, and Eric Spoelstra, it has been a regression. Just to see if they can cash in here. We're just getting the season. Little step through by Hero. 12 and 13 in. To Pete, got to get a shot up, contested. Oh, shakes Paul Reed, pulls in with Spoelstra as Harden. How to defend it and how to
humility about him.
Niang, little floater.
At Nova Southeastern.
Lowry, oh, what a find. And
going to try to run on them.
Milton leaves it for Reed with the reverse.
Good coaches do that.
That's all they do. They're getting a touch here. And Martin just another -7, and now
pressure going back into this zone low.
D'Anthony Melton from Hero. Last 6 on the road. Embiid and Tucker soon to be checked. Not something that he's
like any other defense. You're not going to play it well.
Tyler Hero gets into a soft spot. Effort from Harden and shoot. Adebayo on him. Embiid.
And he's been very
X-Pro. Kia, the official. Another one this season. He's averaging 30. This be an MVP year. Gives it up. A hot potato. Convert. And Embiid. James Harden finish it. Here is blasting his team about Vincent, floater of the first 2 games. Tyler.
But they've gotten great opportunities.
As Harden.
Conference finals or further.
Clock, that is going to expire. Biggest lead of the game. Martin, catch and shoot. Quick loose pass right on the money.
Strus, who burst onto the
and the kind of role that he plays. Embiid, just Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and the Suns.
And Adebayo screen.
Trying to prevent 5%. In Detroit. Now Vincent.
Last year, one that made a lot of, but it has been tonight.
Forced turnovers a game, and they're just dominating. Philadelphia minutes on Tuesday to beat Boston.
I know it's only 1 game. 6th spot on Sunday. They will Orlando tomorrow night, but Orlando.
Nobody on the other end. Washington tomorrow, and both of these teams close their coach Van Gundy.
Well, and
Tobias Harris missed
a little bit here in the second half. He wouldn't commit on it or Miami as the Heat would keep.
Well, let's face it, they're a 3 seed right now. That could
either, though, to be fair. Yeah, that would be a.
Well, Milwaukee is locked. Gets it a couple. Have seen the last of Strus in the final 4 days of the season.
Top now in the East. Tucked up is the balance.
Here's Embiid with 4 to shoot. Figure that he'll be around much longer in this. And
It's easy.
resets it for Harden. So
3 over his last 7
as a favorite by Tingus. Not playing tonight.
last year, particularly
11-0 run. 5 of 7 little jump shot. Jimmy Butler, coach since the All-Star break. Jimmy Butler. Daniel House as Butler goes strong, and
you can go and shoot more free throws.
Tuesday in the fourth quarter.
Embiid's got to know they're coming.
House trying to guard Butler, and
Of the shot fake after
a little cryptic quote the other night in Dwayne Wade is Embiid strong.
Guys get in a great position to play.
You and I both asked together so long now that
Back, by the way, Jimmy was approaching the game. Stands what's going on with, frankly, getting the other shooter.
other games where he's been very aggressive. Let him play the game.
unless they get some help. Harris lays free throws that he can accumulate.
Dangerous low.
7 and 8 will play. The winner more chance. They'll take on the winner of the B in the East for that.
Teams who end up in that situation.
Philadelphia got it to 5th. Daniel House hits another. Niang for 3. That one.
Yeah, they had an 11-0 run.
Nice setup for Mack. Going to be one of the great shooters. He made his way into a start.
Well, that's one of the hardest.
Got to put one up. Strus contested. Oh, anything going. Milton
Up at this point.
Here's Lowry for. Always a lot of friends playing his tail off right now as well. Embiid takes it to the. There, Embiid. That's too late. Team not at their best right now.
Miami for the game, but
Oh, trying to shake Niang. Oh, tough free throw line. Will not return. Sixers have turned it over. It's a big number. Miami 178. All Miami. Get Suns coming your way next.
those are the two favorites. Best roster, so
Where, but dark clean. And
not want to come out of this game. He was looking there and playing big minutes.
Tyler here to run in tonight, perhaps.
Yeah, I would from it just developed. I've been told within the Sixers front office that they love the pairing with him and Embiid.
Those two.
Well, about the playoffs in years, and especially in close, huge year for Joel Embiid.
Their season, those numbers trims. Joel Embiid in the year that on 4 different, told Doc Rivers he's playing. So players know, coach. They know how they cheer when they wanted to sit Joel Embiid.
To be able to go out and play more.
Shake Milton. And by the way, they've all come in the fourth quarter.
Does for Miami also in shot blocks, but it allows.
He's top 10.
From one of these days.
Are you going with the reason? We call him Captain Crab. Now, that's going to last 3 games for the Hornets. Second year in the NCAA tournament. It's a full-on tap out. Bonnie Dale.
I figured out how to watch them.
Harold.
I'm glad they're doing it on Sunday. Some of those duties as a crunch time
App so you can fly on an airplane.
Jared, I haven't printed a ticket.
He's been in that coaching world, Jared.
Like I would have people do all patience right now.
Yeah, let's set up Korkmaz and Harrell for the. Was looking like one of the
It's that great run, shooting percentages, and it's just been a real struggle for
the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA. There are things to come. Look out for the Heat. So that will not be an announcer, and they'll have that pressure tomorrow. Abby?
I can do both of those. We only have 3 countries in North Actual statement, but
Stan just pouring water. It's not quite like that because soccer history. See, and March will be in the play-in tour. Is announced this will be his last. It is. He will continue.
The Miami Heat without you down at the city of Miami played his high school.
It was lopsided. Still eyes on Bill Trip. And they take on Washington tomorrow, and both of these teams close there. It is 70-46, Coach Van Gundy.
Well, and on him.
Tobias Harris.
Doc said he will play them, but just for a little bit here in the second half. He wouldn't commit first round, whether it is Brooklyn, the more likely opponent, or Miami, as the Heat would keep.
And it's a good point because, let's face it, this get out of the second round, and they're a 3 seed right now. That could.
Well, it'll be no picnic for Boston either, though, to be fair. 6 or 7 games. Yeah, that would be a...
Well, Milwaukee is locked a stated goal out of Bio. Gets in a cup
game.
Might have seen the last of Strus. They've got the 1 seed locked up in the final 4 days of the season.
Look, all those teams at the top now in the East, with those top 5 spots locked up, is the balance.
Here's Embiid with 4 to shoot. As Jared mentioned, it doesn't figure that he'll be around much longer in this. And then essentially a week off. And
with their top guys, and that's not always easy.
Wanted it back, gets it back, resets it for Harden. So
now, though, only 11 for 42 from 3 over his last 7.
Sixers started as a favorite by Tyrese Maxey, if you're just joining us, not playing tonight.
Well, he was their best player in the playoffs last year, particularly.
Philadelphia has been on the rise here. They're on an 11-0 run. 5 of 7. 7 minutes remaining in the third. Little jump shot. Jimmy Butler. And coach since the All-Star break, Jimmy Butler per game. Daniel House pulled the plug on some of his starters as Butler goes strong, and he's
getting to the free throw line. Anytime you can go and shoot more free throws.
His 27 points in Detroit Tuesday in the 4th quarter. He's away with a steal.
Embiid's got to know they're coming. Somebody there, he's got to get that ball up.
House trying to guard Butler, and it
was an absolute master of the shot fake after the...
Erik Spoelstra had a little cryptic quote the other night. Somebody is just who you're referencing, Coach, in Dwayne Wade. Is Embiid strong?
Manipulating the game and helping guys get in a great position to play. Name D. Wade.
And Jared, you know, you and I both asked Hay with it. He just felt like they've worked together so long now that
whether they were taken aback by the way Jimmy was approaching the game. He totally understands what's going on with all of us involved. And Spoelstra said, quite frankly, getting the other shooter.
That Butler has had other games where he's been very aggressive. Trusts him, and so he'll let him play the game.
Likely going to end up in a 7 seed unless they get some help. Harris lays Jimmy Butler to work, and all of those free throws that he can accumulate.
I want to see this Heat team. They're a dangerous low.
7 through 10, you're in the play-in. 7 and 8 will play. The winner. And then the loser will have one more chance. They'll take on the winner of the video on TNT. Stan and I are going to be in the East for that.
Unfortunately for those teams who end up in that situation.
Miami with an answer. Philadelphia got it to 5th turnover. Milton gives it up. Daniel House hits another look. Niang for 3. Ouch. He got him on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, they had an 11-0 run.
Finds Lowry. Nice setup for Macklin. He looked like a guy that was going to be one of the great shooters in Lewis to DePaul, and has made his way into a offensive rebounds.
Well, that's one of the hardest.
Love gives it up. Got to put one up. Strus contested. Oh! Every time the Sixers get anything going. Milton.
Tough for anybody to get a stop at this point.
Here's Lowry for Doherty High School. Always a lot of friends. And Martin just playing his tail off right now. With 24, he's got 6 assists as well. Embiid takes it to the Sixers. Got to get one up quick. Smith trying to run the floor, can't get there. Embiid, that's too late. For joining us here. His team not at their best right now.
They're actually out shooting Miami for the game, but
Tyler Hero trying to shake Niang. Ooh, tough. 5 of those points coming from the free throw line. A mild right calf strain, will not return. Sixers have turned it over the slow pace. That's a big number. Miami triple 101-78, all Miami. Don't forget, we got Nuggets Suns coming your way next.
And many people think those are the 2 favorites. Healthy people feel like they have the best roster, so.
Right now, could be a little movement elsewhere, but we're unstoppable when we start clean. And
James Harden did not want to come out of this game. He was looking no sense leaving him out there and playing big minutes.
Tyler here. James wanted to get a little extra run in tonight, perhaps.
Yeah, I would march, and he said, quite frankly, he doesn't know where it came from. It just developed. I've been told with sources within the Sixers front office that they interim deal this summer because they love the pairing with him and Embiid.
Functional operation here with those two.
Well, in the regular season, but it's all about the playoffs. Mightily, especially in fourth quarters and especially in close. Sixers have struggled. This is a huge year for Joel Embiid.
As often as he does in the regular season, those numbers trim. Well, by all accounts, Joel Embiid in this season, and Jared's report earlier that on 4 different not playing, Joel himself told Doc Rivers he's playing, so Achilles is feeling good. Players know, Coach. They know how they, on those occasions this year when they wanted to sit Joel Embiid.
Health and his conditioning to be able to go out and play.
Highlight that time. Shake Milton, second in the NBA in charges drawn. And by the way, 18-4 in his challenges, and they've all come in the fourth quarter.
But that's one of the things that the zone does for Miami also. The Heat are last in the league as a team in shot blocks, but it allows.
Caleb Martin, another guy that takes a lot of charges. He's top 10.
I'll have to reintroduce myself to Jim Jackson one of these days.
Are you going with the Bush? That is the main reason. We call him Captain Crunch.
Sunday afternoon starting at 2:30.
I like that. Now, that's good, but coming off the bench the last 3 games. His brother Cody, still a member of the Hornets. Second year with Nevada for Eric Musselman in the NCAA tournament. It's a full-on tap-out. Terrific director Lonnie Dale.
I think the problem with me is figuring out how to watch them
In the Van Gundy household.
Yes.
Harold.
On Sunday, because I'm glad they're doing it on Sunday. Some of those Wednesday tonight, that might need to be part of his duties as a crunch time last year.
By using an app so you can fly on an airplane.
Which I now do on every flight, Jared. I haven't printed a ticket.
You got to remember, Stan's been in that coaching world, Jared.
That is really what happened. Like, I would have people do all who are really in their team's rotations right now.
Yeah, let's set up Daniels, Milton, House, Korkmaz, and Harrell for the rookie year. Was looking like one of the Griffin Robinson.
Well, since that great run, little by little every year, his shooting percentages and from 3 coming into tonight, it's just been a real struggle for.
% from 3-point range, the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA. And if that is a harbinger of things to come, look out for the Heat. Bucketive free throws. So that will not be an announcer, vision play-by-play announcer, and Jason Jackson. They'll have that pressure tomorrow. Streaming options for you, Stan, now that you're savvy.
I can do both of those. North American soccer.
True.
We only have 3 countries in North America.
Factual statement.
Very factual statement, but rivalries.
Wow. Stan just pouring water.
Is Brooklyn and the Knicks.
It's not quite like that, because those are the biggest rivalry in North American soccer history. Phoenix in there as the 4 seed, and here next time we'll be up, Coach. We'll be in the play-in. Send our best to Udonis Haslem, who has announced this will be his last heat, and word is he will continue.
You can't even imagine the Miami Heat without Udonis. Not only with the Heat, but with the city of Miami. Played his high school.
Coming to the finish line here. It was lopsided, down on the gas. Still eyes on